up, guys? Welcome back to Landed Fishing. Today we are down in South Louisiana, but first I want to thank y'all for all the support in the last couple of videos. They have been doing great, and now we're going out today. I actually got a little flat tire, fixing that right now. Getting ready to head on out and do some fishing. I don't know what's gonna bite today. Thinking, you know, this place is known just for redfish, speckled trout, and there's been some drum around, so some good size eating black drum. So we're gonna kind of see what the conditions look like, see what it gives us, head on out there and make our adjustments as we go and bring y'all along with us. So get this boat in the water and we'll see y'all out there. All right, guys, so I'm just getting out on the water. A couple things I'm gonna go over with you. First of all, I got an east wind, which gives me high water on the east side of the river. I'm in Louisiana, so it's gonna be on the east side of the river. It's gonna give me a little higher water. So first thing that's gonna tell me is the fish are gonna be probably pushed up a little more on the bank, trying to get at the bait that's gonna be up there, okay? Second thing is I got an incoming tide. So when you get an incoming tide, those fish will feel that tide pressure and know that they can push even further. So they're gonna push as tight as they can up in the grass, as far back as they can. And as soon as it flips to fall, and a lot of times they'll pull out instantly, they won't wait around. Sometimes they will and you know, test it, but most of the time they're gonna start staging the setup so they don't get pinned in the shallow waters. But when you got an incoming tide and high water, these fish are gonna push up, okay? They're also gonna spread out a little bit. So I'm curious to see how that goes. I got straight glass water conditions. So, you know, that can be a little tricky with a cork. I'm gonna start with it, but I might quickly turn away from that and quickly turn to, you know, throwing some lures, sight fishing, gold spoon, something like that. That'll travel through the water a little better. So let's see what happens. I'm about to pull up the first spot. I'm gonna drop the trolling motor down and see how these fish are acting. Take this shrimp and I'm gonna hook it right behind the corn. Ready to go. Lively little shrimp. So I'm cranking up to make a move real quick. I pulled up my first point and had a couple things going against me. One, I got slick conditions, okay? And when that happens, these fish just don't like corks as much, but it's deep water, so I figured I'd give it a shot and just be real gentle with my pop. The biggest thing I got going against me is I got no wind, and I got a sun that is baking on water that was really cool before, okay? So when I mean really cool for this time of year, spring, it was in the 60s, okay? And now that water's shooting up 4 or 5 degrees in temperature because it's slick calm, sun's out, no clouds, a little bit of cloud cover, but you know, as you get my point of, you know, there's no coverage. So what happens with these fish a lot of times is they want to go sit because they feel the drastic warm up in temperature, just like they do if they feel a drastic cool down. They go sit and kind of get into a little bit of survival mode. So what I'm gonna do next, my next step is gonna be, I'm gonna go over here on a bank, throw an ice chest on the front deck, and see if I can't sight fish a few. Even if I don't catch them, I want to see if I push a few fish, get them to move around, then maybe try and throw at them while they're moving, and see if I can't get a few to eat while I wait on either some wind or some cloud cover or something to stop the warm up in temperature of the water. So let's see if I can get this to pay off. And this is the thing where you get out here and you got a plan. And my plan was to come over these points and hit them and catch some redfish and drum off these points. And sometimes you got to change it up based off the conditions, and it didn't take me long to see this and start trying to make some adjustments. fish. When you know you're on the bottom right there. You know you're on the bottom. Very careful with these guys. So guys, that didn't take long. So I got over here and I started sight fishing, and what do you know, the wind picks right back up as soon as I started sight fishing, you know, and the water's super high, so these fish are spread out. So I come back over here and now I got a little wind. My tide's still moving, but I got a little wind, and what do you know? There's the fish. Fish. They're biting now. Black drum. Feisty guy. Beautiful drum. Right on up. Maybe sheephead. Tear me up today. Maybe sheephead. Another beautiful black drum, and that's all we need for dinner right there. That's gonna be about it for us. All right, so I'm gonna go over what we use today, and then also a few tips on how to catch these redfish and drum in the same spot. So today I used a medium rod, and I used it with an extra fast tip to give me that popping ability to where I can really smack that cork pretty hard. Remember, it's springtime. It is water temperature, I think 72, air temp about 80 degrees. These fish are active, just like we are. It's a good time of the year to get aggressive with these fish. 20-pound braid on a, I think this one is a Stratic CI4, which is their lightweight version Stratic, 3,000 reel, 20-pound braid, okay? And I ran it down. I'm using a cupping popping cork because, once again, I can be a little more aggressive. I got a little ripple in the water, springtime, I can get after them a little bit. And I ran a 20-pound fluorocarbon leader, okay? And I ran it about 3 foot today. And the reason why is a lot of these drum sit further off the bank and they sit down on the bottom a lot more. They got to pick it up, okay? So I'm gonna run a little longer leader when I'm trying to catch both. And then I ran it down to a 1/4 ounce jig head. This is made by Death Grip, sells them online, great jig head. Been highly impressed with this product. He's a local fisherman here, so he knows his stuff. You can run a 3/8 ounce too, because you want to be down on the bottom. One of the ways I've known I've been on the bottom today is I've snagged a bunch of stingrays. And if I'm snagging stingrays, they're pinned down to the bottom, means I'm dragging down on bottom. So when you're trying to catch redfish and drum in the same spot in the springtime, the redfish are gonna be in that first 5 feet of the bank, okay? So you're gonna throw up there and try and keep within the first 5 feet. I got high water, so they're gonna get up in that grass a little bit. The drum are gonna be a boat length or 2 off the bank. Now, every now and then you will get them both up on the bank, but for the most part, these drum are gonna school a boat length or 2 off the bank. So make sure when you're setting up your boat, you don't set up too close, okay? You wanna make it to where you can barely make that cast to the bank, or stay off a little bit more and try and catch the drum first, because you can always slide in. The last thing you wanna do is land on top of the drum, catch the redfish, and have fish right underneath you that you blew out. So remember, redfish are up 4 to 5 feet of the bank, then a boat length or 2 off the bank, and I call boat length, I got a 20-foot boat, 25-foot boat. So 20 to 50 feet off the bank is gonna be all your drum, and they're all gonna be schooled out there. So make sure you try both, catch you a bunch of fish this year. We've even seen some bull drum around, some big, huge drum off the banks in that 3-foot range off the bank. So hopefully this helps you catch more fish this spring. Please like and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate all the support. We're seeing the growth and really getting pumped about the 2023 season and everything else we got coming. I mean, there's a lot coming, a lot of fishing trips planned. Our calendar is full. So subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, and let us help you catch more fish.